Alright, hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. And for today's video, I'm going to be creating a tutorial on how to create gradient maps in Photoshop. If you're new in Photoshop, the gradient maps are ways to create interesting compositions with colors. For this tutorial, I'm going to be creating a 2400 pixels wide by 3000 pixels height, and that translates 8 inches wide to 10 inches height. Now I want to select a photo. I want to be using this one. And one interesting small tip or trick that I like to do is that once you bring a new photo into Photoshop, it's a smart object by default. But if you press double click here and you want to, let's say, change the photo, just press OK. Let's control save it. Photoshop can save the document. So let's erase that. And now right click, convert it into a smart object, double click once again, bring the new photo, control save, and now Photoshop changed it. So in the future, if you want to just change the photo rather than just keep bringing the photos, let's delete this one, save this one, back here. So instead of like bring the photos into Photoshop and edit them right here, then bring another photo and so far so forward, all you gotta do is just change the main photo into a smart object, double click on this little square, and change the photo here. Once you save it, everything should appear in Photoshop. So how gradient maps works, I already have a little setting right here. It's like this is two graphs. One is black to white, the other one is with some colors. So how gradient map works is that how much percent of color from black to white is the color that will be affecting the photo. So let's say at 100% you leave it at black, and on 25% you change it to white. So on the photo, if I turn it into black and white, whatever is 75%, let's say something like around here, it will change to blue. Whatever is 50%, maybe around here, will change to orange or red. Whatever is 25%, it will change to this color, and whatever is at 0%, it will change to white. But now, even though the photo is black and white, that doesn't really matter right now. Let's delete the mask because I don't like to be using masks when I don't need them. We can block this one. We got the main photo right here. Main photo. Let's leave this one here for now, and this circle right here, you want to click there, and where it says gradient map, click there. Let's bring this one up, delete the mask. Let's change this to black and white, and gradient map, just leave it out, just gradient map, not gradient map number 1. Here, as you can see, it's just pretty much the same graph that I just did. Here you can reverse it if you like to do that, which is sometimes it also brings some very interesting designs or compositions. For now, let's use it as usual. And on this graph is the one that you can change all of the colors. Like I was explaining before, let's say that 100% is going to be black, but in 0% is going to be kind of green. As you can see, start to change. 25. So what I'll do, I'll bring this graph to here. Let me just make it just a tiny bit smaller. Let me convert it into a smart object. That's what I'm going to be using. Let's bring it around here, and let's delete it for now. On the gradient map, let's click over here, and as what I was explaining before, whatever is black, it will change the color of everything that is black in the photo. As you can see, everything that is black will be changed to the color that you choose. Everything that is at a 0%, which in this case is white, if you change the color, it'll change in here. Let's see, on white right now. Let's say 50%, you can see the location here, exactly 50%. So you can see it will start changing the color. The good thing about this is that on where it says new, you can just press there and you create a new color. Let's delete the gradient for now. Photoshop already brings some variations of colors. Some of them are interesting, some of them are barely noticeable on your design, but you can play around with those. And if you don't like those, you can always create your own, or with this one you can go 50 and create a very nice composition. As you can see, You can always bring this one here and the purple-ish a little bit closer, so it's a little bit more noticeable or little. You can always press there and change it to white, so you make another one very with vivid colors. I kind of like this one, so I'm just gonna save it for later. It's right there. Over here, while I was making the tutorial, I play around with these ones and save them. As you can see, they're somewhat interesting, and if you want to see how it looks reverse, you can just press OK and reverse it over here. And same thing with reverse, it just switches the black at 100%. Now the black is gonna be on 0%, and vice versa. The white on 0%, it'll be on 100%. So all you gotta do is change this, and you can see that everything is moving towards the other end. Let's leave it as normal, reverse it. Over here I have some collections saved already that I've been playing around for a while. You can create some sort of like those. That one looks very interesting. And here you can see more or less the variations that I use for this one specific, and some designs like this. If you just want to create the line, you just keep creating black. You see the options are pretty much endless. You can play around and create some warmth colors like that. You can create some very simple, you can create some more subtract, you can create some like going from warm color to cold to a cold one. You can create a full folder. All you gotta do is just press you delete, and if you press on one specific, you can right click on it and create a new gradient map group, and that will make you create a group name. You can press OK and just drag it down, and now you have a new group. Let's bring it back here. I don't need a group right now, so I'm just gonna delete that one. Let's see in greens in Photoshop. As you can see, Photoshop already, like I was explaining before, Photoshop already has somewhat nice folders that you could use to start playing with them. And the good thing is that you can always edit them and see what works better for you, like so. But for this video, what I'm want to be doing is spraying one around here. Let's press on the gradient map. I already know that I'm going black to white, so let's press this one to 100% black, this one 100% white for now. So if you see the graph here at about 25%, if I click here, I can just copy the color by clicking it. So I want kind of blue at around 50%. I want this one, and around 75% I want this one. And now for 0% I want green. Drag it down a little, even though it doesn't really seem green. Let's leave it maybe like that at 78, and you can see all the color variations. And let's start playing around with it a little bit. Around there, want this one maybe around 42 and 64. So to get this exact one, the black, it'll be at 100 or 0 in this case. The blue in the location number 20, location 42 for the yellow, location 64 for the red, and location 78 for the green. Let's zoom out, delete that, and here I'll leave you the exact number of the colors. You can pause the video and save the colors for if you are making this tutorial in real time. You can just pause the video right now and copy the exact color number that I'm using. And this is how you create gradient maps in Photoshop. I hope this video was helpful for you. If this video was helpful for you, please consider like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.